welcome to our 100th episode.
We haven't done it yet. We're doing it now.
We haven't done it yet. We're doing it
We're doing it right now. Welcome to our 100th episode of Existential Crisis.
It's been a long journey.
They said we couldn't do it. Has it been long?
Yeah, it's been like 3 years.
Holy shit, it's been 3 years?
Oh God.
I thought this had been like a summer. What?
I wish it had been that short of an amount of time.
Yeah.
But hey, we made it to 100 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of us. Who'd have thought? These two right here.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
I guess we should introduce ourselves here. I'm sitting next to Sarah Thompson.
I'm sitting next to Tom Bigelow.
And listen, we'll save you the spiel about what we normally do on this show, because you probably heard it. And if not, the short version is we usually take misconnections from Craigslist, and we have fun looking at those together. We pick the best ones out for you, and this time we're doing things a little differently because it's our 100th episode.
Yeah, baby.
And it's jam-packed, you may have noticed. We got a lot of show for you.
Yeah, we've got guests from all walks of life, mainly comedians, because those are the people that we are friends with.
And mainly people who have been on the show before.
We'll say all people who have been on the show before and who have foolishly agreed to once again grace us with their presence.
Yeah.
Which we're so lucky to have. I think that one of the cool things about Misconnections is that it is about community. It's about creating a community, and we've kind of done that with this podcast. We've created like a little community of former guests, of listeners, of Misconnection lovers.
I would agree. And
Craigs, we call them.
And I would say a podcast is probably only as good as its community. And maybe, in another way, only as good as its coterie of guests alone.
Coterie.
Good word, right?
Yeah, no, that was great. Just makes me think of like an old brothel. I don't know.
I don't think of that. I think of like Batman villains, but like, hey, to each their own.
To each their own, yeah.
So our rogues gallery, I guess, though, would be how we're presenting this episode to you. A rogues gallery of Existential stars from past, present,
and
future. But we don't want to waste any time. We're going to get right to it. So, you want to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
For the 100th time, let's start the show.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking, I wish you were mine. Seeking woman whose total is 589. Well, I don't do this often. I'm not like other guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of existential crisis.
100 times.
Welcome back to Existential Crisis. Let's get right to it. We got our first guest for you.
Woo!
She is an actor, an improviser, a YouTuber, a ravioli woman, and one hell of a bartender. Please join us in welcoming Elena Afanasiev.
Welcome!
Hey, Elena.
Hi!
Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much. I just woke up from my bedroom. The craziest thing. Like, I just woke up.
Wow.
And I was like, what's happening? I transported here.
Transported
And yeah, now I'm here. And I'm just here with you both on your podcast. Isn't that crazy?
It's
crazy.
a little awkward that you're naked since you transported from
Right.
bed, but you
Well, I
know.
was
And I'm
gonna
sorry about
mention
that. I should have said something.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
We're just like glad that our new magic system works. That we yank our guests from their slumber and
like-
deposit them here.
Much easier than Zoom. More convenient for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool. And I think you've both upgraded.
Oh,
And,
thank you.
It's really cool to see.
And it feels like raw.
It's so raw.
It feels raw.
so raw.
So raw.
Sure, yeah.
You're our first ever guest on this show.
Oh, I thought
You
meant
were
just
our,
now.
You were,
It's
you
like,
were
what?
let us clarify here.
Yeah.
You were our first ever guest on this podcast.
Yes. Yeah. If you're listening for the first time.
I'm your first guest right
No,
now.
well,
Right now, this is it. This is the
Okay,
first time.
I see what I did there. Okay, well, you were our first ever guest on the show. And I think you definitely hold the record for most appearances.
Yeah. How does that feel?
That, honestly, I am so honored and happy to be
Aw.
a part of this.
I didn't mean to make this into a love fest about us.
No, it's gonna turn here soon.
Oh, okay, keep
Wow.
going. Yeah,
Okay.
no, now I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah, I've hated it,
Okay.
but I will show up.
Hell yeah.
And I don't have ravioli, and I'm so sorry
What the
about
fuck?
that.
You really, that's fine.
Those were
We're on top.
those were back in the days.
I
That's back when
know.
we recorded at your old
Years
apartment.
Yeah.
Some might say 3 years ago.
Shut up.
Just about.
I'll stop. I'll stop.
What does that even mean anymore?
What is it? What does it mean?
There's probably been more appearances that listeners don't even really know about because you just happen to share a space and you live in it while we record. So,
That is true. So I do have this question.
yes.
Ooh.
Is that, do you really want me on the show, or is it just because I'm there?
I can answer.
They're just like, she's here, so I guess
You
we'll
might
just
as well
ask
make use of
her.
her.
It's
Yeah,
a crime of convenience.
I would absolutely ask you to be on the show if you weren't already just there.
Interesting.
And
That wasn't the answer she wanted, apparently.
I'm just kidding. I just got real saucy.
well, absolutely, we want you on the show. Period. Blank.
Period.
No, I know y'all wouldn't do that.
No, we're not pity hosts.
No.
I talk about this all the time. I don't have pity friends. We just talked about this to another guest. We were talking about how all our friends are talented, and how we never had the displeasure of having to tell a friend they're not good at something because all our friends are good at things, right? So I only surround myself with friends that are hot and talented. So if you're my friend, you can assume that you are both hot and talented. Congratulations. Yes.
Yeah. And honestly, just like, the fact that you have been here as much as you have, to me, you are part of the DNA of the show, at least in the early days. The first 100 episodes are, you got a little you in there.
Got a little you in there.
A third, like a spirit host. You're kind of a...
You're a spirit hoe.
I'm a spirit hoe.
You kind
love
of are
that
a
title
spirit
for me.
hoe because we like ghosts.
I do, yeah. We do.
We were recently devastated. I got a really good ghost video from a coworker, and we were I showed it to everyone I knew. Elena and I were like, "This is for sure real. We are convinced ghosts are real by this video."
So real.
And I think it was a hoax.
Dang.
And it was devastating. There's nothing quite like watching a ghost video and then realizing it was a lie.
That was really, honestly, I sat in bed thinking about that. I felt really sad.
That's probably like the worst thing that's happened to you this January, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. January was going so
well
good for me
until
you broke the news to me saying that.
Yeah. The
video
ghost
was
video
fake.
was, yeah.
Well,
we think. We don't have definitive proof, but,
True.
It's more
but-
likely fake than not fake.
Yeah.
Just,
It's true.
again, if we had definitive proof of it, and then in one single video, you feel like that'd, get some traction, And it'd be like...
You'd think.
You'd think. Hey, Elena.
Yeah, what's up?
Listen, we love you, but...
Wow. But. Okay. No, go on.
No,
We love your butt.
We love your butt.
Gotcha.
We love your butt.
We
And
love your
also,
butt. And also...
did you bring us a little gift for our 100th episode?
Oh, did I?
Ooh!
Oh, did I?
Oh!
Did you bring
Did you bring us some
Brought
misconnection?
a sea shanty. Oh,
Oh.
gotcha. No.
Actually, I'd like to hear the sea
I
shanty.
was going to bring you the sea shanty.
No. Okay, so, I was gonna, I don't know why I had an accent.
You
for
know,
a second.
I was
Sorry.
No, I
was gonna read this myself. Except now I want to hear it in Talon's voice.
Ooh.
So
Oh boy, okay.
I'm going to pass this on to Talon because I just think you're gonna read it better than I
love that
will.
you're taking charge of this.
Love this.
I love this.
Oh, okay.
This is good.
Okay.
It's great.
It's like, am I doing something wrong?
No, you're not.
I'm ready for it.
All right. Here you go.
Frightening Italian man with CDs for sale. Your piercing glare haunts my soul. I wasn't interested in buying your CD of Keyport, New Jersey sea shanties. Please stop inviting me to Poland to fish. Does that make sense?
No. No, it does not.
It does not make sense.
Wow.
Frightening Italian
Yes,
man.
selling CDs.
CDs of sea shanties.
New Jersey sea shanties.
And to be clear, I don't think this isn't from New Jersey.
No, this is Portland.
This is Portland. So
That is wild.
yeah,
okay. Lot to unpack.
What drew you to this question?
Okay, so there weren't that many when I was looking today.
Sure.
Fair. They get taken down real fast.
Yeah, they
sometimes.
do.
Yeah.
So I laughed out loud as soon as I read this one, and I was like, okay.
It's excellent.
I mean, I just don't. I normally feel like I don't get innuendos, or I feel like I've always missed the mark on things, and I'm like, did I miss a mark in this one too?
I don't think so.
Invite me to Poland to fish. So I'm like, is that something?
It is now.
Is that something?
Is that something?
What would it mean?
I just love the idea that you're living in a haze of confusion, and you're just like, every time anyone says a phrase to you, you're like, does that mean something, or
That's my
are those
life.
just words?
Yeah.
Sorry, Talon had a question for you, but
Sorry.
No,
I got
just
caught up.
like, I mean, if inviting someone over,
Poland
inviting someone
to
to
fish?
Poland to fish, what would that possibly
I don't know.
like?
Oh, inviting me to Poland, the country of Poland.
Yes.
Got it. I thought pull in to fish.
Gotcha.
Poland
Where
to
the
fish.
Polish
Yeah.
are.
That's more confusing. Pulling in to fish, less confusing because there are often parking spots near fishing places.
Yes, Sarah.
Sure.
Less confusing. Correct.
Yeah.
You're
Sure.
so right about
Yeah,
that.
right. Poland, the country, much more confusing.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy's from Italy. He's
Yeah.
from
I don't know.
Poland.
Selling New Jersey sea shanties.
Was he a pirate? Like what?
A New Jersey pirate?
I don't know.
What is a New Jersey sea shanty?
I don't know because I wouldn't think of New Jersey as a place that many sea shanties would
Same.
begin. But maybe it's maybe they're all just like in an intense New Jersey accent. New Jersey. I know. I'm gonna try. I gotta get into it.
Yeah.
Paige does a really good New Jersey accent, but
Oh.
New Jersey. What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
There once was a guy from the Garden State who made himself an omelet plate.
You turn a little British. A little.
I mean, that's
Omelette plate.
Omelette
an
plate.
omelet plate.
It's my New Jersey accent.
I'm from New Jersey, I am.
I just got the overwhelming urge to see Talon play like Sweeney Todd so that he would have to sing in a Cockney accent.
I want to see that.
Ooh,
Honestly,
okay.
and Talon, you probably said this on the podcast before.
Sure.
That you were obsessed with Sweeney Todd the movie and you showed it to your friends.
Yes. Why are you bringing this up? Yes, I showed
I
it
just
to
feel
my
like
friends.
if it was brought up, I feel like that it needed to be. I needed to remind
Reminded.
everybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought the Tim Burton Sweeney Todd movie was very cool.
I feel you,
Joanna.
And I showed it to my friends on what was supposed to be a horror movie night.
Oh no, you didn't. That's a real
And-
party foul.
That is a party.
I would-
I didn't know
No
that.
one-
I didn't even know that detail.
I would have been pissed.
I mean, it is a
different
horror,
for my
I
friends, I
guess.
guess, you know?
It is a horror, but it's not.
Because it's a bad movie.
Listen, you know what? Here is something about me. When I horror to me is a broad category. And I welcome all, give me a horror comedy, I'll be happy if I go to a horror night and get a horror comedy. Some people will not so much, and that's fine.
I just don't think Sweeney Todd counts as a horror in my mind.
Agreed.
You know, I'm not going to
It's a
say I'd
musical,
put it there
yeah.
now. Would I make the same choice today?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Did you have a Sweeney Todd themed birthday like you had a SpongeBob themed birthday?
Oh,
I
I
have
wish
a
you
Sweeney
did.
Todd
Okay,
birthday.
this year.
This
This is the
year.
year.
It's happening
We'll
this
put a,
year.
we'll
Take
put
that
a
bleeds.
stripe of dry shampoo in your hair so you have the white stripe.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll all play different characters. I want to be the
lady?
orphan boy.
Oh.
Toby.
The lady.
Toby.
I
You're
just said the
Toby.
lady.
Yeah.
That's right.
What is Toby?
I want to
There's
be the malnourished orphan boy who drinks like opium to go to sleep.
Yes.
Yes.
The beggar woman. There's
Eats the meat
Mrs.
pies.
Lovett.
Miss Lovett.
There's the judge. There's
Snape.
Pirelli, the barber, Sacha Baron Cohen's
Oh
character.
yeah.
That was the role I always wanted to play.
I shave it a face.
I can sing that song.
That's all I know from
The music
To
is
make
so
it a
bad.
whistle, clean as the whistle. What do I mean?
Now that we've for sure copyrighted infringed enough.
Oh, the podcast has just been taken down.
I'm so sorry. This was my plan.
This was my
This
plan.
was my plan.
My plans.
My plan.
To buy my sea shanty CD.
Would there be a CD that you would buy from a scary Italian man? Like, what's like a
Ooh,
like
yes.
what? Wow. Okay.
That was fast.
No, please.
Bluegrass Super Mario covers.
Wow.
Because if he's an
Italian
Italian man, then it's like part of it.
Bluegrass? Yeah. Oh, the Mario Brothers. I was like, I think bluegrass is an American genre, but
Bluegrass,
bluegrass
Italian.
Italian, yeah.
Yeah. I bet that's
Mamma mia, it's a bluegrass.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd buy like a 90s mix that were all covers of like Italian singers covering 90s hit
American,
music. Yeah.
American 90s hits. Oh, that would be really good.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I would buy the Black Eyed Peas Elefunk, but all of the lyrics are replaced to be about pastas.
Ooh, I
Wow.
love that.
And it would
I'd
be
buy
called
that.
Penne Funk.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I just felt like you two were Italian adjacent, so I had to follow suit.
I like yours though. I think
Yeah,
we can make
that's
me.
good.
There might be a computer that can already do this, and we should get online
Yeah.
after this. And
No, don't farfalle with my heart.
That's good.
I think it could be a hit.
Yeah.
Is that all you had?
Go from there.
Pappardelle, louder. Pappardelle,
No.
louder.
That's amazing. Sarah, you need to write this.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
Thank
gonna leave
you.
this one to you.
I've never had the urge to write a musical. That's not something that I ever had
Can't see you doing
the
that,
feminine
yeah.
urge to do. Yeah, because I don't like musicals.
You don't like, except for Chicago.
Except for Chicago. Let me tell you, it was promised to be fun, and it was
Sarah.
fun.
Chicago is, definitely top 3 musicals for
Yeah,
sure.
it was good. It was real good. But yeah, I feel like I've talked to a lot of people because I'm around theater people a lot. All my friends are pretty much theater people.
Yep.
And I feel like all of them have tried to write a musical at one point. Do either of you have one in the docket that you were like, I would love to make a musical about this?
I wrote a little movie when I was a kid.
Yes, tell me more.
And
Give
it
me
was
the
a-
synopsis. Give me like the IMDb
It's
synopsis.
so embarrassing.
Please. Please.
Okay. So I used to love making I took my parents' video camera and I made little movies at home.
I love that.
I reenacted all of The Ring by myself.
I remember you telling me
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
incredible.
It exists somewhere out there,
Yeah.
and I'm never gonna show it to the soul.
No, Elena.
It is so embarrassing,
Please.
Sarah.
On my
cannot.
deathbed, I'm gonna be like, Elena, one thing.
On
before
your
I go."
deathbed.
Okay,
yes.
deal.
If I,
No, I'm done.
no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I was like, I loved horror movies as a kid, and then I wrote a movie that I had my 2 friends who were twins, fraternal twins, be in it, and I wrote it about Virginia Blood was her name.
Oh, good name.
And I ruined the wall, my wall in my room too. I remember my parents got so mad because I wrote it in blood in quotes. I wrote it with a red Sharpie, VB, and it was this woman at a grave, and she sees the little girl dancing by the grave. I had my friend had really long hair. I just had her take oh my god.
It's so good.
Her name's Katie Kalugan. She's an amazing actor for that time. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
But she put her hair down and she kind of looked like a very creepy girl.
Oh my god. I love that
And-
so much.
Yeah, and it's so embarrassing.
Was there a plot or was it just scenes that you were like, this is gonna be good in a movie?
Yeah, that's just where I went off from.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
this is a good image in my brain.
Incredible.
And I never got to finish it, I think. So
Virginia
but
Blood.
Virginia Blood was her name.
Don't steal it.
Don't steal it. And we had British accents. It was great.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
obsessed with that and I would love to see it someday.
I think you should just recreate it now. I think you should
Virginia
just
Blood.
remember what you
I
did
should.
and
I have
redo
always
it.
wanted to make a horror movie. That
Oh
is
my
on
God,
my
me
list.
too.
Is because you can make low budge.
You do.
Oh
Horror
yeah,
movies.
easy. And
I
you
think,
can,
Yeah.
listen, I bet by the time we hit 200 episodes, we can whip out a
Wow.
horror short.
You make a lot of promises on this podcast.
Whoa.
And you know what?
You've
If
delivered
I
on
don't,
maybe
then
10% of them.
nothing happens. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Thank you, Wayne. That's incredible. I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with the idea of Virginia Blood now, and the fact that you were like, "What's a scary name for a woman?"
yeah.
Last name
Virginia
Blood.
We're gonna laugh, but then you're gonna like go to your bathroom at night and see a BB
Oh my
scribbled on
god!
the
I
wall.
can't believe I shared that. I've never told a soul. That's yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing your ass on this podcast.
Oh my
I
God.
really appreciate it. And
I'll
thank
show
you
my
so
ass
much.
any day on this
On
podcast.
heard it.
on this podcast. Got it.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay. I guess that's part of it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
both.
Yeah.
We
I love
appreciate
you
you.
both
We-
so much.
We love you.
And we're gonna see you in the next 100.
See you next 100.
200.
No, well, probably before. But yeah. You know.
Nope, not till the 200.
Just
So next one, 200.
Ne-
Virginia Blood will be a guest in the
You'll
next
be
200.
at the premiere. For
Yes.
Virginia Blood.
you heard it here. We'll see you at the premiere
of Virginia Blood. You can find more of Elena on her YouTube channel. You can find that info in the show notes. And it was a pleasure having her on the show.
So good to have her. She's got the record for most visits
Most
so
visits.
far.
She wins.
She wins. Next up, wasting no time, all the way from Texas, the Lone Star State. Please welcome our friend of the show, Brett McKinney.
Hello!
Brett!
McKinney!
Welcome back to the show.
Yes, hello. I'm excited to be back.
We're so glad to have you. We were just pre-discussing, peek behind the curtain, that this would be
behind the
this is
scenes.
technically your third appearance on this podcast.
That is correct, I believe, including your famed live show.
What keeps you coming back?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Obviously, we're inviting you, but why?
Yeah, I just, if there's one podcast that's invited me to be on, it is this podcast. So thank you so much. I appreciate the invite. It's always, a great audience, good people, good vibes all around.
Oh, Brett, we feel the same.
Couldn't agree more.
Can you tell us one thing that's happened since your last time on the podcast?
What is one thing? Well, I relocated to the city of Austin. But let me think of something more more interesting. I relocated to the city of Austin.
You said that.
Yeah, that's it, I guess. I mean, I
No,
feel
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
what were you
interesting.
there was a relocation. There was. You should have sent me the questions beforehand so I could have come up with
We
list.
tried to send him to your your
Publicist.
but could not get a hold.
Let me say publicly, right here, right now, congratulations on 100 episodes. Such an accomplishment.
Thank you.
Yeah, it feels big. It feels
feels
big
good.
in a way
It
that
feels big and good.
Well,
I can't say it any more succinctly than that. It feels big and good. I do want to ask about Austin. I feel like there's a lot of comparisons between Austin and Portland. Is there merit to any of it?
absolutely. I think that they have their pros and cons. I would say the Pacific, as we were talking before the show, the Pacific Northwest's, natural beauty cannot be matched, I suppose, if you're into that sort of thing. Austin does have great food, good people, which I wasn't necessarily expecting.
You rank the food a little higher than the people, but I feel like I'd be the same way anywhere I go.
I absolutely did. So I do feel like we've still sort of been homebodies because of, the pandemic that is still ravaging the country. We have ventured out to the movies a few times. I saw Scream 5. Remember how I made this a horror movie podcast during one of my earlier visits?
Yes, you saw Scream 5.
I haven't seen Scream 5 yet, but I'm a big fan of the Scream franchise. So was it good? Was it?
I'm in the minority on this one, Talon. I didn't like it.
Okay.
But
We
I
welcome
would say go see it because the critics love it. The critics are calling it a Scream.
The critics say, ignore Brett. Come see this movie.
I don't want to ruin anything. When you are finished watching it, I would love to be invited for your movie review special. I just, I'm sorry, but if you can't summarize the motive of the killings within one sentence, I think it's like a little too convoluted.
Oh,
I see.
I like this hot take.
You know what?
It's like the Bechdel tests of slasher films.
The McKinney test.
Absolutely.
Can the murderer's motivations be summed up in a sentence?
Single
Yes.
sentence. No
Yes.
compound.
I think
No
that's fair.
compound.
Because murder's not a thing you usually think too much about. There should just be a clear reason.
Right. The meme of like the woman who's like putting the math together?
Yes.
Yes.
So that was me in like the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to see why.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking
Okay.
of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of my cherished memories will always be going to see Midsommar with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you and I cackling like witches as the couple in front of us, who was obviously on a date, looked extremely ill and uncomfortable at each other.
Yes.
And so I do trust your movie opinion.
Thank you. So, it actually, this movie kind of had, what was that other one with the rebel who was wearing a leather jacket, the young kid?
Yeah.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
This had scary stories to tell in the dark. Energy around one of the characters who was troubled, but I didn't believe it for a minute. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, is that
Yes.
is that Logan? I feel like I recognize
Logan Lerman?
Logan Lerman, is that the actor?
Logan Lerman of 13 Reasons Why.
You are getting your early 20-somethings young
Got it.
young men mixed up. I wish Logan Lerman was in it. I loved his work in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Is that not that? It's a different
It's a
kid?
different kid.
I can't tell them apart. You're right.
It is Dylan Minnette.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Minette, if
Right.
you will.
I actually think he does a lovely job in the movie.
Oh,
That's good to hear.
Good.
Good for,
Yeah.
good for him.
He's not dodging the draft, which was the major plot point of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
You gotta dodge the draft.
Well, if you dodge the draft, you will then be haunted by monsters.
By
Yes.
multiple.
Yes. Oh, this actually does remind me of a major update.
Oh, good.
You're
So-
dodging the draft.
I won't get too personal on the podcast, but I work at a college, and next fall, should your listeners want to enroll, I will be teaching a freshman seminar class called Teen Screams: Coming of Age in the Horror Film.
Whoa, that sounds amazing.
I know, I forgot about that.
That is so cool. I would take the hell out of that class.
So come, please audit, fill out the paperwork with the financial aid office, take a seat. I have room for 20.
That is incredible, and I'm so excited. I actually, off pod, we will have to talk about your syllabus because I want to
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm fascinated.
Okay.
I love this.
I love that too.
Cool.
Speaking of things I love, do you have a misconnection for us today?
I did find one. So as you both know, I relocated to Austin. So because of that, I decided to look through the missed connection section of Chicago. So here's what I found.
Okay.
Evanston Hospital, 1973 to 75. I am looking for anyone who was a guest at Evanston Hospital 5 South Unit during the years 1973 to 1975. If you were a guest or staff there during that time, I would like to chat with you concerning that time.
Whoa. That's it? Whoa. Okay.
That is haunting.
It does sort of have like a you know what you did energy to the post.
Yeah.
It absolutely has a you know what you did energy. I am fully expecting Ward to 5 to be like the Victorian ghost child unit. I feel like that is probably all the Victorian ghost children are in Ward 5.
Yeah. I feel like my brain went to definitely like, this person is trying to exact revenge on somebody.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
Yes.
That's the vibe I get.
I think something bad happened.
We don't think it's good. And because they're not only looking for patients, they're looking for staff.
Which is like, they want a list of people who let whatever happen.
They
This
want
is-
the confidential records, clearly.
Yeah, that is That is one of the eeriest misconnections because there's no. I hate to give this person criticism because I'm afraid they'll find me.
Right.
But I will say a piece of criticism will be if you want people to respond to your ad, you do have to make it slightly enticing and slightly less terrifying.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, because I don't know about you two, and we can take a survey actually right now. I think that'd be a good idea. I would not respond. Anyone else?
Yeah, if I were there, I'd want a little more detail before I just jumped right into a reply. Like, what exactly is this about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's a survey, like a customer service, like a customer experience survey, I think that's fine.
They just want to know if you like the Jell-O.
It's a Google form. It's like those Google forms. It's a big TikTok trend right now. Brett, I know you're on TikTok. We lurk TikTok. We love TikTok.
We do, but I don't know about this trend. I only get people making their bed in like minimalist apartments. That's what my
Hold on,
whole
you know the
TikTok
algorithm's tailored to you, right?
Yeah.
So what are you?
He loves watching people make beds.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, one of the things on mine is people. I think I follow a lot of like unhinged women, and so I don't follow them. They just show up on my algorithm, and so the unhinged women that I follow are on a trend of sending Google Forms to all of the people they've ever dated, and the Google Forms have questions like, "Would you rate me unattractive from 1 to 10? Why did you stop seeing me?
Oh.
Like, would you give it another chance? Like, was the dick bomb? Like, you know." So
Honestly, I feel like that's all. Every relationship should end with a little
Google form.
survey, a little feedback
yeah.
session.
I do think that there should be like a Yelp for dating. I think that would be great. I also think I think that there should be a Yelp for a lot of things.
Yeah, like what other things?
Bathrooms.
I truly do think Glassdoor, get rid of the paywall. We need to know what's going on at the companies.
Yes.
We need names. We need names of
We
bosses
names.
whave wronged people. I have names I want to add.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, were you in Ward 5?
You post it.
Evanston
You're the one
Hospital?
looking for-
Between 1973 to 1975, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big gap.
I agree. I agree with you, Brett. I think, I almost think maybe I'm wrong. Someone's going to have to Google this. I think there might have been some sort of personal, like a Yelp type site.
Facebook.
No. Different than Facebook. I think there was literally some sort of like page where you could like rate just people. Like there was like rate my teacher, and then there was this is just for
Rate
anybody.
people in my life.
Yeah, I think this is a thing. I don't know what it's called, but I
about.
feel like it at least existed at one point.
Yeah.
There is Rate My Professor.
Right.
.com,
Yes.
which you know what I think a weird function of Rate My Professor.
I know what you're
is?
going to say,
You know
and I would like
exactly.
to. I'd like to say it's helpful.
The chili pepper? Are we talking about the chili pepper?
It's the chili pepper.
Because do y'all think I'll get chili peppers by the end of next fall?
Hey, I think you're totally worthy of a chili pepper. And I think
you are too, and I am
thank you.
actually incredibly excited that you're going to be teaching a class mainly because you will be on Rate My Professor. And I would like to say, I remember a time that you did get a feedback form from leading a rally. What was the feedback they gave to you?
I did. I got a feedback form about, because I used to like MC large events at a institution near you, and yes, somebody said the program wasn't that bad. All you have to do is listen to like a bubbly bald man talk or something along those lines.
Yes.
that's right.
Yes, I remember there was some sort of alliteration involved, which I did appreciate.
Yes.
Which was very important.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I might have made that the title of your episode. So I can go
It
back.
was the title. We just thought we'd really rub dirt in the wound.
Please. Oh yeah, that was the title.
Preppy Bald Man.
Bald Man.
Yes, preppy bald man. I must have been wearing a polo that particular day.
Wow.
Please tell me that on the first day of your class, you're going to just come sprinting in the full Scream costume and you're going to stab a student.
Wow.
Scary.
If you can get a student to play along with you, that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
I actually do have a potential plot for Scream 6 if they ever ask me to. So it will take place on a college campus, a la Scream 2, but I don't want to share it here. Don't want to give away any of my best ideas.
Yeah.
we couldn't ask that of you.
Everyone on My Professor is going to find you and look up this appearance on this podcast and
absolutely
give everything away.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes,
I do think you deserve that chili pepper. You just got to earn it. You just got to work for it. And by the end of the semester, I think you'll have it.
Is it weird to just like ask them for chili peppers? Like whether you liked the class or not, go ahead and add in a little pepper. I'm going to.
Do it. Put it in the syllabus.
It's like a verified check on Twitter. Like, you can ask. There's a form you could fill out if you want to speed up the process. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, Brett. Thank you so much for joining us and bringing a truly excellent misconnection that will stay with me.
It's gonna haunt us forever.
Yeah.
It's been an honor and a delight to be part of the Craigsexistential. I was thinking of a C word for journey. For some
commute.
Cruise.
The Craigsexistential commute.
I like it.
We'll say it sounds a little pedestrian, but we'll take it.
It sounds like our morning show version of this podcast, where it's a lot more tame, but we do a lot more prank calls.
Yeah, and
Can I ask you all a personal podcast question?
Yes.
What can the listeners expect for the next 100 episodes?
Whoa, turning the tables on us.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the 100 episodes we have done at probably, I'm going to say 35% effort. Not that it's, not in that we aren't like putting our heart and soul into every episode. Yeah. But we're turning on a microphone and we're recording it and we're adding some light music to it. But, I think we could go harder. And I'm not trying to say we need more segments or more sounds, but when we did live shows, which you've been a part of, we did, games and things like that. Yeah. I feel like some of that energy could make its way into the show.
Reporter show. I would say, I would say my dream before our 200th episode is out is that we finally get to do an in-person live show. Oh, yeah. That is my goal.
Okay, that's right, because the live shows have been virtual.
All internet, because we were supposed to launch... Maybe this is secret insider information, but we were supposed to launch live in-person shows right before the pandemic hit. So.
This is true. So that's in the cards. Those are our goals. Do you have hopes for us?
Do you have any wishes? Do you have any feedback?
Nothing but as much success as possible. I was gonna say, if you want to do a live show, just come on down to Austin because
things are open.
Don't think
things are
we
wide
won't.
open. I mean, we have thoughts on that, but that's for another episode.
Well, thank you so much, Brett, for being here with us.
A pleasure, Brett.
And it was a pleasure and a delight.
Thank you so much. I'm going to give you both chili stars on the way out. Or chili,
Chili,
I
chili
prefer
stars.
a chili star.
Chili
That seems more
stars.
impressive.
I like a chili star because it means I'm successful and hot.
It means I'm 5 times as hot, at
Yes.
least.
Yes. Well, thank you both so much.
Thank
you, Brett. We'll see ya in the next 100, I'm sure.
Thank you, Brett, for joining us all the way from Texas. Thank you, Brett McKinney, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Brett. Next up, he's another improviser, but our only nature photographer coming by tonight. Please welcome Kyle Coleman.
Kyle!
Hey, Kyle.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Thank you for having me.
Incredibly natural intro.
Right.
Yeah. I stuck that landing.
You did.
Yeah. I don't know why we're
Like
doing this
cheer.
in front of Kyle.
Oh, sorry.
But
we're having a little bit of a domestic.
it's fine,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine.
Oh, no.
That's what the British call it when people fight at home.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a domestic.
Can I tell you a European phrase I just heard the other
Yeah,
day?
Yeah,
we'd
please.
love to.
Okay. Someone told me this, my mother.
I like that you were initially going to hide her identity.
Outed immediately. Saying like a canary.
Couldn't hold it in.
Couldn't hold it in, yeah.
When she moved here, she told my dad, she met, before he was my dad, meeting for the first time, of course.
Wait, before he
Yes.
was your dad, she met him?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
This story is already buck wild.
Believe it or not. So she said to come wake her up the next day by knocking on the door. So she says, come knock me up in the morning.
Oh.
Which
No!
is what they say when they say, come wake me up in the morning by knocking on my door. Come knock me up in the morning. So she was going around
Incredible.
saying this to
To
people.
people, just anyone.
Yeah, just
And your dad took her up on it.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, sexted about your parents. blanket apology for all
This
the
is
sex
why I
jokes
wanted
about
to
your
hold
parents.
the identity.
I get it.
Do you feel like a lot of like that Americanisms are just like us wanting to fuck with English people? Like I feel like calling they
Like
call
chips and
erasers
crisps.
rubbers, and we're like, you know what we should call condoms?
Rubbers.
Rubbers.
Yeah, that's definitely where that came from.
Yeah.
Hands down. That was a really good example. I could not think of anything else.
I was blanking, but I just thought of freedom fries, which would be the ultimate fuck you to Europe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
In the post 9/11 world, when we decided that the French were the enemy.
Yes.
Yeah. Truly buck wild. The few months. I was about to be like, let's discuss the first few months after 9/11 real quick. I just. The absolute manic level of patriotism was just.
Oh.
It was why I was like 7, and I still was like, this feels like a lot.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I
was
remember
like,
singing.
this feels like a lot.
And I'm proudly stand up next to you, defender still today. You remember that one?
What?
'Cause we won't fall when we all stand. Wait for it. God bless the USA. No, you don't. You sang
I
that
do
choir.
remember that. I do
Wait,
remember
what
that.
is that? Did they write that post
It was
9/11?
like a-
was it
was
like
that one?
written for 9/11?
There was that post 9/11? Because there was also the others, like Stand Tall, Stand Proud one I remember with the Will Smith verse on it.
Excuse me?
Yes. It was like the We Are the World of post 9/11. I feel like...
I don't remember that.
Don't remember that one?
I don't got anything.
have the-
Neither of those songs are ringing a bell, but I'm glad they exist.
There's a Will Smith verse in that one, but that one goes, stand tall, stand proud, voices that care are crying and loud. 'Cause when you close your eyes tonight, know in your heart. Something like that. Like, and
Wow.
but then there's a Will Smith verse that goes, right or wrong, we're all praying you remain strong. That's why we're all here singing along. And it was like, to the soldiers.
Why do you know so much of the lyrics?
Because, like, they forced us to sing it. Like,
Can you do the boot in your ass song?
was that what
I don't
please,
remember. I don't remember the lyrics.
elaborate.
It was just something about a boot in the ass. Like,
Do we need more lyrics? No. It was just a song about a boot in the ass.
Yeah.
What is your favorite patriotic song?
Oh, wow.
The post 9/11, pre 9/11, take your pick. Cornucopia is open.
Oof.
She's open for business. America.
I mean, I think that first one I sang was
Was your
probably
favorite?
it. It's a humdinger.
It's good.
I'll sing the whole thing later. Anyone else?
what's the
What's your favorite
I'm
patriotic?
proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I don't know any of these. This is so
Is this the
exciting.
difference between like Catholic school and just
An American
general-
school.
America school, yeah.
You gotta make sure the flag of Christ and the American flag hangs at the same level.
Oh, we had our hymns too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Him. You know, him. I'm
Him.
pointing at the sky. Nobody can see what I'm doing, but I'm pointing at the sky. Him.
America's God. to be
America's
clear.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, he likes Americans best. We've decided. Honestly, I think the national anthem is kind of a banger. Or This Land Is Your Land is also incredible. Lots
Sure.
of poetry in that one. I think that one's like a real good gaslighting song. Because this land is not our land.
That's true.
And we're acting like we're sharing it with you, but in actuality, it's not ours to share. So
yeah.
it's a really good cognitive dissonance kind of jam.
A+ for indoctrination. Very.
For all the delusional girlies, it's really it's really the hit of the century.
Yeah. I don't know why this is the vibe when you join us. It's just like we're gonna.
I don't.
What does that say?
I don't know. I Kyle's so patriotic.
Oh.
He's just
We really like.
wow.
him.
He's saluting our troops right now.
Just razzing him, you know, because he's so. We gotta give him a hard time.
Yeah, poor Kyle.
Poor Kyle.
You come on, and we immediately hit you with the patriotism.
Right.
It's okay.
Lump me in with those people. Please.
Those people. What do you mean by that?
The
Cut
ones
the
that-
commercial.
I'm just thinking of adding an American flag to the back of my car, like a
Oh.
full flag, like waving in the wind.
Oh, like a
behind-
real one.
like a real, not a sticker, not a decal.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
A
Got it.
real
got it, got it.
flag.
Oh, big
Yeah.
real flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like a cape off the back of my car.
So it drags on the ground.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds good.
I was in some of the outskirts of Oregon recently, and I saw a house that had like an American flag outside, but it had been like torn to shreds, and I was like, Did someone do that to it, or is this their statement piece?
Oh.
I couldn't tell.
Whoa. Maybe that's what it's there for, is to make you think.
Yeah, they're playing all sides.
They're playing it every audience.
Yeah.
It means whatever you want it to mean, man.
No one's gonna try and, just mess with it. It's like, it looks pretty fucked with already. So
That's how you get people not to fuck with your stuff. You make sure it looks fucked with already. That's it. Have you guys ever seen those really bad, I'm sure you've seen these videos, but the really bad life hack videos that are ostentatiously horrible because they're trying to rack up views because people outrage watch them.
Yeah.
And there's the one where it's you got your keys at the beach and afraid somebody's gonna steal them? I'll bring a diaper and some chocolate and melt the chocolate in the diaper and then put your keys and the chocolate in the diaper so people will think it's a dirty diaper, not stealing keys.
Yeah.
Free hack for everybody out there.
It works. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It works in my mind.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
It works, it makes sense.
In theory, it works.
In theory. And that's
say.
all we're operating in here.
Yeah. I'd like to hear if someone had tried it. And
If anyone
if anyone
has tried it.
out there.
Pregnant pause? Anyone want to admit to trying the diaper hack? Interesting. Dry mouth?
Trying to get you to have an apple earlier.
Yeah, he did offer one, even though it's not his house.
Anywho,
hey, you brought us a misconnection, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
Would
you're
you
just
like
gonna recite it
have it?
blind.
From
Sorry.
memory.
I'm roasting you so hard now, Kyle. I feel like I brought you onto the show as a guest, and then I said, let me just be real mean to Kyle for a minute.
we're going to talk over you the whole time and tell you about just
Our patriotism.
patriotism.
As God-loving Americans.
All right, so what you got for us?
The title is Alien Girl.
Ooh.
And it reads, you were at Fred Meyer's this morning, 11:30-ish. Tall, flannel on, you passed by me in line to grab something in the vitamins aisle. Just wanted to say you have some cool-ass earrings, the giant alien ones, bigger than most people's loops. And you were very pretty. That's all.
Okay, I have some thoughts, but I'd like to hear why you liked this one.
Yeah.
What stood out to you about this one?
The alien girl part, I was really excited for
Yeah.
what that was going to be, and then it was kind of a disappointment that there was no alien stuff aside from the earrings.
Yeah, it was Alien.
Alien.
I'll see myself out.
You can restart if you would like. You can take that one again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's alien aesthetic as opposed to actual alien.
Yes.
Alienism.
Yeah.
Do you even think Alien Girl, if that's what we're calling her, would recognize herself as Alien Girl based on reading just Alien Girl? She's just wearing fun earrings. Do you think she calls herself Alien Girl? Do you think she knows that's her?
I don't know if I would click on it if I had giant novelty earrings that were aliens. If I would assume people would call me Alien Girl
True.
after that. Personally.
Yeah.
I want to follow the fantasy a bit. What were you hoping for?
Yeah.
What did you want to see when you clicked on that?
Yeah, get into the mind
Okay.
of this.
Of this person.
Of this person.
Yeah. See, I was expecting more of a you had this, you kind of floated along, and there was eerie lights around you, or
You were in the middle of the desert.
I have some missing time in my day.
Yes.
Something like that.
That's how you know it's good.
A trail of magnetic metal followed you wherever you went.
You broke my credit cards by passing by too closely.
I don't have a uterus and now I'm pregnant.
You were eating Reese's peanut butter M&Ms. They're not M&Ms. What do you fucking call them? Pieces. Thanks
for blowing past my male pregnancy joke and going straight to Reese's Pieces.
I was hoping to quick side trip and then come back to it, and then it turned into a much longer trip.
A whole long journey in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I am not disappointed, but I understand why you would be.
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this discussion because this was my level of disappointment, and I just wanted to bring that to you. Too.
You're right. It's
Bring the
misleading.
most disappointing misconnection you can find. That was the prerogative, so I'm glad you folled through. Thank you for delivering on that.
Was that the direction?
That was
Bring the most disappointing misconnection.
That's what I thought I read.
Listen, alien girl, alien earrings, that's cool.
bigger than most people's loops.
Bigger than most people's loops. So those are pretty big alien earrings. At least this person wouldn't mind if you assumed they liked aliens, or even maybe
Also, flannel on.
flannel on.
Not flannel off.
No.
Flannel on.
Flannel, but to be more specific, it was on.
I just like the way. Sorry, can we go back to aliens for 1 minute here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kyle, do you believe in aliens?
I want to believe.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, say more about that.
It would be so disappointing if there wasn't. If
Yeah.
this is all there was.
Yeah.
I mean,
This sucks.
I think that about life
know?
every day. If this is all there is, this sucks.
yeah.
I'm just waiting for something to come out of the sky and like save us. You know.
So you think there's like you're hoping for a sentient,
yeah.
intelligent, trifling life.
One that, ideally comes down and is like, you passed the test. Here's
God.
unlocking God. Yes.
Oh, I meant like you're hoping for God. Is like the sounds
Basically,
like
yes. Yeah.
something comes down from the sky, says you passed the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eternal
Do you think we passed the
salvation.
test?
Oh, no. Not at all. I hope it's on an individual basis at least.
Because
then
you've passed the
No,
test.
not
This should not be
necessarily.
a group project. I
No,
agree.
exactly. I just
Some
don't.
of us have done our work.
I don't want my average to get pulled. I'm average, and I don't need my average getting pulled down.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just passing this.
I'm
line.
glad you
Yeah.
put this much thought into this.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
great.
Made that deal. Well, what about this? I can't remember what the theory is called, but there's the idea that either if there is a potential for other life out there,
Yeah.
we're getting pretty existential here on Existential Crisis. If there's other life or potential for other life out there, it's either that it already, it has existed before us and we came after that
Called
first
the,
wave.
I think this is the Fermi Paradox.
Okay,
I think
sure.
is what it's called.
Sure,
I
sure.
hope I'm not just. I'm gonna Google that to make sure it's not
Just
something
Google it,
fucked
just
up.
Google
Hold
it.
on.
But yeah, the idea that either it's already existed, it's out there, we are just another wave of intelligent life out there, and maybe there's life that is more vastly intelligent than us.
Yes,
We gotta-
it is Fermi Paradox. Yeah,
Okay, great.
I'm glad that my useless repository of knowledge. Just,
Yeah, but there's that, or the other possibility is that we are the beginning of the wave, and any intelligent life would just be after us. It's already so far out there. We are I cannot phrase it well.
I mean, I think that the Fermi Paradox is slightly different.
It's slightly
in that
different. It's more about
The Fermi Paradox is why haven't we heard from intelligent life? And it presents several different ideas as to why we haven't, such as everything else is being quiet because they know better than to shout into space because there's something out there that we shouldn't be attracting ourselves to. Or that they've
Space
already
whale.
made contact and they're fuck that, which I think is pretty likely. Or they are in contact with us, but just not in a way that we can necessarily understand right now.
So which do you think it is?
The one I like is how does it go? That no civilization has been able to contact outside civilizations because they just kind of get to a peak and then crash every time. So there has been no life
Our civilizations?
across
Any.
the
Oh,
universe.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
That inherently civilizations reach a peak and crash before they can ever get out to expand into the stars or whatever. So it's a
Okay.
really you're fucked no matter what theory. Nothing's ever gonna happen.
Yeah.
Human civilization will do the same
And
thing.
you like that.
It's so freeing.
Nothing I do will matter. It will all come crashing down in the end anyways. Yeah, no, that feels in character.
Listen, I'm not solely contributing to the effort, so I guess it doesn't matter what I do, right?
That's fair.
It's all about those people. I'm just gonna do my improv.
And waste my life away. Doing 100 episodes of this podcast.
Yes.
I will say one thing that I do appreciate about this misconnection, because I feel like we've crapped on it a lot.
Good.
It is good that we've crapped on it. Okay. One thing that I do appreciate about it is that it's the perfect use of the misconnection section.
This
It is actually a misconnection.
Yeah.
Connection used loosely in this sense. I don't know that they had a moment together, but I wasn't there. I don't know. But I do appreciate that this truly is a missed connection. Yeah. This person is just kind of hoping that this person reaches out and they have a meet cute. Yeah. I want that for them too, I guess.
Yeah, and the alien earrings they're a great identifier. Not everyone has them. So.
Yeah. I wore novelty earrings in high school a lot. That when you're a young teen, you've got to find something to base your personality around. And
Absolutely.
For me and my best friend in high school, it was large novelty earrings. So I get where it comes from. I get the urge.
Yeah.
They did not let me wear my large novelty earrings in my graduation photo, which was really upsetting. I had giant rubber ducks, and they didn't fucking let me wear them.
Damn.
Yeah. Kurt Burton, you rat bastard. I don't want to get sued, but I don't think Kurt Burton knows how to use the internet. He was our school photographer, and he called all the girls Barbie and all the boys Sport.
Oof.
Yeah.
Barbie's not even like as
It's not good.
of a nickname.
It doesn't
as Sport.
feel good to be called Barbie.
Yeah.
Also, if you wore glasses, which I didn't in high school, but if you did wear glasses, you had to wear them all the way down here because you didn't know how to eliminate the flash otherwise.
Oh wow. For our listeners, they are on the very tippy end.
Big tip. You're a photographer, Kyle.
Yeah, not of people though. That's why. Because things
glasses.
like that. Glasses.
Because
just make me
glasses
quit.
specifically, they piss you off.
I won't photograph people with glasses.
Do you believe in the Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. You're in the woods a lot taking
You-
pictures. I'm just saying you could be the one.
Did you see this was on Reddit the other day. There was like the famous film of Sasquatch,
Yes.
and it was like
Yes.
stabilized.
Yes, I have seen that.
Yes,
I didn't
and it makes it look like crap.
It
It's
makes
so
it look
sad.
just more like a person
Don't
in a
look at
monkey
it.
costume.
It ruins it.
Yeah, it just makes it look more like a guy in a gorilla costume.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. So you're saying you don't think that is the Squatch, but you do think maybe there's a Squatch.
Well, as of the other day, I don't think that's the Squatch.
Sorry, not to prod an open wound. I didn't mean to bring it up, but it was still fresh. My bad.
Why wouldn't there be that? I think about the ocean all the time. Like, it freaks me out because it's like over 90% of the planet. There's a lot of it that is just so dark and so deep, and things get so weird, so fucking fast down there. If there is any sort of Sasquatch equivalent, it's in the deep trench of the ocean. That's where you'll find
Well,
it.
because they were saying there are like aquatic monkeys, like on islands and stuff, like monkeys that spend the majority of their time in the water, and so that could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something. Is what I'm trying to say.
I watched that Disney Plus show where Will Smith went down there and
In the ocean.
yeah,
That's cool.
He did a little submarine ride down.
He's all. Did you say Will Smith?
I did.
Okay, I just for some reason I thought I imagined that for a second. That's the second time you brought him up tonight. You thinking about him?
I'm thinking about him.
You thinking about Will?
I'm thinking about.
Do you miss him?
Willie. You know, it's Black History Month, so. Thinking about
On
my
the
past,
first
you
day
know?
of Black History Month, Will Smith is the only thing that should be on anyone's mind.
You know, it is funny. I think it is because like this time a year ago or 2 years ago, I was like trying to post a bunch of Black History stuff, and I did see.
And it was all about Will Smith.
I posted a Fresh Prince picture that my Facebook reminded me about.
Nice.
Today. So maybe it set the tone.
I love that.
Willie's on the mind.
Willie. That's an interesting way of saying that.
So what
It's
I
only
said.
the truth. It's only
what
the
I said.
truth. I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to write a misconnection?
Ooh.
Has there ever been a because I've asked Tom this, I'm sure, over the course of our podcast.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious, have you ever like had a connection with a stranger and been like, dang it, gosh darn.
I hadn't really until this was the first day I've really spent that much time looking through them, and I was like, this would be interesting to see if I wrote one, if anybody responded to
Yeah,
it.
well, I think people do.
Okay.
I'm just warning you.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna poke the
sure.
hornet's nest with a stick. You're gonna get some replies.
Interesting.
Yeah, just you know.
Yeah, it's
be
I will say
careful.
it's hard to tell on Craigslist like how active it is sometimes in that way.
Yeah.
But like when I've tried selling things, like I'm pretty surprised by how fast or how quickly I'll get replies from people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and also like I have seen a misconnection written about me. So
I am
yes.
that is like one thing I will always be jealous of you for.
And it had to be
am
brought
just
to me
waiting.
by someone who was avidly like a person who reads the site. But I feel like in every friend group, maybe there's at least one person who.
Trust me, if there was one that fit any of our friends'
Oh,
descriptions,
yeah.
I would send them to you guys.
I mean, even
Like,
this one,
Yeah.
like the alien earrings was like, I feel like I know people with alien
Alien earrings?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, like the fact that I've seen one about me makes me think, I guess somehow this must work some of the time.
It does.
So
Yeah.
It does. But I mean, I don't know that it works as in like people meet the love of their life, but I think it works as in like people respond better actually.
People respond. People are reading.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a percentage, no guarantees, fall in love and get and happily ever afters, you know. But
It has to have happened.
it has to have happened a couple times, and I know I think factually it has. And if it's only 3 times, that's enough reason for everyone to keep trying.
That's enough.
The odds are
Exactly. Exactly.
Chris, what are the odds?
Yeah, I feel like you should just go for it. People
go
should
for it,
just
yeah.
go for it.
Right one tonight.
Well, it started making me think of if you're at the grocery store and you see somebody that you're like, oh, I'm vibing with that alien earring right there. I would never approach somebody in a store and be like, hello.
Yeah.
You know, what are you buying today? Because that's why I would never do it, because I wouldn't know what to ask.
And I hope you wouldn't open with that line. Jesus, I'd be like, fuck off.
SpaghettiOs, huh?
Yeah, I know it has a lot of sodium. Leave me alone.
So now I want to write one next time I feel like there's
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kyle, be our little gerbil. Please do it.
Yeah, I'll
Be
do
our
it.
little science
Sure.
gerbil.
Yeah.
God bless.
And if you meet someone, you have to marry him. Just like for the
Just for the
experimental
podcast.
purposes of us being able to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
and
do
then we
number
have
4.
to.
Right.
Yeah,
The
and
44
we
stuff.
have to officiate.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, good,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
It'll be
Yes.
sponsored by our podcast. We'll do a live stream of the wedding. Anyways, Kyle, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
such a delight.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
This was a journey. I feel like we did some like verbal exploration of the world and the universe. And I feel like if we were to have you on again, like it would be just a very, I don't know. There's a wide swath of topics we could cover. This could be on Nat Geo, is what I'm saying. This episode, this little section of this podcast.
Send this to David Attenborough.
Send it now. Thank you, Kai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. You can find Kyle's photography at www.kylecoleman.com or on Insta at Kyle Coleman Photos. He takes beautiful nature photography. Go
So
check
good.
him out, please. The stillness.
It's impressive, and I feel like he's come into very close contact with animals that
Nature.
I don't want to be near. Anyway, moving on up. She's an improviser and a performer and an icon living. Please welcome Mariah Munoz.
Welcome, Mariah!
Hey, Mariah.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, welcome back, I should say.
Yeah, last time we saw you, you were the devil.
You were the devil.
Yes. I almost brought the horns. Funny enough, I wore them last night filming something.
Good.
And I almost considered putting them on, and I was like, no.
It's an old time to branch out.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, how many pairs of horns can you show up in before it gets old?
Honestly, more. You could. I'm not sick of it yet. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad you're getting your bang for your buck.
Yeah.
With those
Yeah.
horns.
Maybe I need to just branch out outside of like devil horns specifically or demon horns and maybe take on some new hornage. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some full antlers, a full rack.
Some of like
As they
goat
call them.
like little stubby horns.
Little
Yeah.
stubby
like
little
a baby goat might have.
fawns.
Little
Yeah.
fawn horns.
yeah, go a little buck wild.
Speaking of going buck wild, I feel like you are my TikTok person. I feel like our feeds are generally pretty similar. Have you seen that video where it's somebody slicing antlers?
Yes.
I hate that video.
It is
I am so glad. I just know that when I bring it up, you'll
disturbing.
know it.
And the sound.
Oh.
It sounds.
It looks like a fuzzy hot dog.
Yes,
Blech.
absolutely. Or like a cattail, like the
Yes.
Lucy
Oh my God.
Willows.
Have you seen
Yes.
the videos of those where if you throw them
They
the right
explode.
way, they
Explode.
explode?
Yeah.
Those are
Well, these
Yeah.
antlers are like meaty, but like
Yes.
velvet. It feels like somebody running a knife along velvet, which just saying that made me want to throw up.
That's
Yeah,
weird. That's not what I would expect, but I guess I could.
No.
Weird.
It takes the sheer satisfaction out of like using one of those big old timey paper cutters.
Yeah.
It's like similar to that sound. And at first when you watch it, you're like, what?
Is
that?
Yeah, that's definitely my reaction.
And then you realize it's a raw antler.
Weird.
I just don't.
Like
Yeah.
it was recently alive. Like it's not
Yeah.
dried out and the
Yeesh.
like the antler skin.
Velvet.
What is it?
Velvet, antler velvet is
has
what it's
not
called, yeah.
been has not come off. It's not just bone or
No, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you also have that in your psyche because I was feeling very alone.
Would you eat one of those
No.
fresh antler chips?
No.
You can eat
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why else they'd be slicing it, but it does
I mean,
feel like.
sure. Yeah, I hope you can use them in some way. I hope they're not just doing
I
it.
don't
Would
know
you?
why they slice
Would you
them.
try a pickled chip antler?
Well, if it was pickled. I mean,
That's a different story. If it's hot off the deer, no. If it's
Yeah.
pickled, maybe.
I mean, if it was like a thing where it was like tradition, like, you know,
Yeah.
you hunt a buck and you
Yeah.
slice its fresh antler
Yeah.
and right
Yeah.
off the press you take a antler
a
chip and
steaming
toss it
hot
back.
antler chip.
Then yeah, maybe I would delight in the tradition of that. I don't come from a hunting background,
Sure,
so
sure.
I don't know. But I mean, I'll try anything once.
Yeah, I try to approach food that way.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that I do have you ever had like a live little squid?
Live one.
No, I haven't had anything live.
Oh, okay. I just know that's a thing.
Okay.
My dad just often talks about, he had like a coworker who like brought a bucket of tiny squid to work one day and was like, hey guys, I'm eating this. Would anyone like some? And my dad tried it and he said it was an experience.
Yeah.
And he will never be doing it again, but he doesn't necessarily regret it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
love that it's alive.
Yeah.
But
It fights you. But you know, everything was alive once.
Exactly.
I much prefer it after the fact. I have to say.
So would you try a raw steaming antler chip?
Listen, I think for me to want to ingest something, I have to know it's food. Like, at least.
Yeah,
like,
for
very,
sure.
you
Okay,
know,
fair enough.
If
fair
someone
enough.
was to be like, yeah, we do eat these, like, you're going to be, the body
Yeah.
can handle it, you're not going to, like, die. It's not poisonous.
Yeah.
It's
I think when we say
Right.
we'll try anything once, we don't mean like a
Yes.
cup of dishwasher
Yeah.
fluid or something. Yeah.
Let-
If I was with the hunting expert
Right.
and they were like, you shouldn't eat that, I wouldn't immediately
Right.
put the antler chip in my mouth.
You wouldn't immediately be like, but I have to do it
Yeah.
once.
Listen, I just gotta be clear. There's a lot of misinformation out there in podcasts
true.
these days. You know, you just gotta
It's true.
gotta be
Nobody's
specific
getting fact checked.
about what
It's
we
true.
can and can't do. And if you're to tell me antler chips are food, then sure, well, I'll give it a try because I want to expand my horizons.
Yeah.
My horizons.
Horizons.
Nothing more.
my old South horizons.
Now, speaking of expanding our horizons,
Mm-hmm,
Mariah, did you bring us a little gift?
I did. I did.
For
I
us?
didn't wrap it, so
That's
don't
fine.
be
Oh,
upset.
that's
There's no
okay.
ribbons or bows or wrapping paper.
That's
but-
okay.
Just want the gift.
Yeah.
You're saying you just want to give it to us raw.
Yeah.
It's a raw gift.
Yeah. Not even covered in velvet. It's just.
Oh, so I
it's-
can't put it through a paper
No,
cutter and
absolutely
make that
not.
sound.
It's
Damn.
just
Damn.
raw.
I know
Just
what it's
raw.
not. All right. Well,
You want it?
Yeah.
No?
Could you give it to us
Give it to
raw?
us.
Could
Okay.
you give it to us raw?
Okay, so this misconnection hails from what says Murray and Shoals, and I know that to be the suburbs
Oh, okay.
of our fair city. I mean, it's
Oh.
a burb outside of Portland. I know that there's a Murray exit on 26.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
very knowledgeable.
Well, I
trust
did grow
you.
up in the burbs. So.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
So it is titled Jamba Juice Angel from Murray and Shoals. Shall I read it?
please.
Okay.
Please.
No, we just want the title, actually. We've had a taste and that's enough.
So this one's pretty fresh. It was posted a day ago, and it says, Jamba Juice Angel. Obviously, there's no way to say this, so I'll tell the world instead. You have beautiful arm hair. You're a bit extra, but very sweet. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Lovely reading. Thank you.
Wow, that was really, I feel like you really put the heart and soul into that misconnection.
What can I say? I mean, arm hair, Jamba Juice.
They're a little extra,
Yeah.
but very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you take that compliment if it were to you?
The hairy arms are the extra nice.
I mean, I feel like it's all included. I think it's all
Got
a
it, got
part. But leading with, you have, what was it? Beautiful.
Beautiful arm hair.
Oh, that's true. They didn't say hairy. They just said you have beautiful arm hair.
Beautiful
And,
arm hair.
you know, as far as I know in my expertise around arm hair, whether it be light or heavy, people who usually have a lot of arm hair that's very dark are aware of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I guess, you know, you either embrace it or you don't.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it sounds like this Jamba Juice Angel was full on exposing their arm hair.
I love that.
Me too.
I'm
Me too.
an arm hair advocate. I like arm
Absolutely.
hair on anyone.
Yeah.
I think it's a good choice. It's a fun, soft surprise.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pro. I gotta say.
Pro arm hair.
I'm pro. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like, if anything, I just think it's soft and fuzzy and warm, and that's a lot of good things.
Right.
That's 3 good things.
It is 3 good things. I will say that I did go through a phase. I don't know if either of you can relate to this, but I went through a phase, I think when I was like a 5th or 6th grade girl, that was like body hair is the enemy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And so I literally, I don't know. I have shaved my arms.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
before,
I personally never shaved my arms, but I knew
people who did.
I knew people who completely shaved their arms,
Yeah.
moisturized them. Like, they wanted the smoothest arms
slip right around.
possible.
They don't want to be able to catch anything.
Yeah.
They want it to slip right through those
Yeah.
hairless arms.
But I think, arm hair, it's back.
I think it's back with a vengeance, as
Yeah.
it should be.
It really
I agree. Because I think the worst part of it was the growing back process. Because then you have prickly little arms.
Hence
that's-
why you continue to shave.
Exactly.
So you stay smooth.
Vicious cycle.
Yes.
I just did it once and then let it all grow back. I also shaved my hand, like my knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Well,
that was a interesting
When I was in
experience.
school, this was specifically elementary school, it was always said by like stupid young boys that if you were a girl that had hair on your knuckles, you were gay. And it turns out they were right.
They were correct.
I didn't know that my finger hair had anything to do with that.
So you're telling me that young middle school boys are actually psychics?
They know how to read the telltale signs of gayness.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
That is a wild rumor,
Yeah.
and I am a little obsessed with that.
I remember the first time I heard it was on the bus, and it was like this guy
Oh my God.
turned around in his bus seat and looked at me. He was like, if you have hair on your fingers, you're gay. And I was like, and immediately started over-analyzing
Yeah.
my hands.
My knuckle hair,
and I
yeah.
sure enough noticed, oh my gosh, I have little dark hairs.
As
on
pretty
my
much
fingers.
most people do, I
Yeah.
would say.
Some,
I would say
most
most
everyone
people
has them
have.
on like this part, and then there's the top knuckle that only some people have
I
hair
think
on.
I've got like 1 or 2 hairs. It's not like a party up
Yeah,
there.
I
I don't
mean,
even have
the
like 1 or
base.
2 though. Like I got,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah,
You got me really looking at my
We're
knuckle
all-
hair.
Reals, for
Everyone at
reals.
home, it's fun. You can check yourself.
Check yourself, check your nose.
and-
Did you? So the one that they used to do at my school was they would say, look at your fingernails. And then depending if you looked at your fingernails like this or like this, like if you looked at your fingernails like this and you were a girl,
That is
that you're masculine and, you know.
closed fist.
So, and if you
knuckles
looked
up.
at them like this, like open hands out, and you were a boy and you looked at your hands like this, that meant you were gay. And so that was our litmus test. It was less about the hairy knuckles and more about how do you check your nails.
Where are these children acquiring this information?
The devil himself.
Yeah, like, who is telling children, you know what? If your fingers are hairy, you're gay. If you look at your fingers this way, you're gay.
It's just one like 5th grader with an older brother who's in high school who's just like, oh, you didn't know this, little bro?
Yeah.
If you got hair on your knuckles, it means you're gay. And they're like the like bully, and they're the most popular evil kid in their class, so they go tell
Yeah.
their henchmen like, my brother says if you got hair on your knuckles, you're gay. And so the bully spread it.
It's called the butterfly effect. A
butterfly
butterfly flaps its wings in Australia, and a little boy calls a girl gay for having hairy knuckles in America.
That's how it happens. And me sitting here, I'm wishing I had more hair. And it's
Really?
Generally. yeah.
Where?
Yeah, where do you want more hair?
I'm curious, actually.
Where don't I want more hair? Let's start at the face. I feel like I've always had this beard that doesn't really connect to my mustache.
Oh.
You
That's
have
been-
great facial hair.
It's gotten better over time. I feel like some of that's, a little bit more self-care, putting more attention into it. But still, it's a little bit of a bridge
So
that
you
doesn't
want
quite
a more
bridge.
solid connection.
More solid connection
Okay.
here. That's just the face.
Okay.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like arm, body, hair, very light. Very...
Oh, okay.
Not that I want, like, a thick coating, like a sweater, but a little
But
bit...
I do get cold at night.
I just want, like, a little... enough to know it's there. And I feel like in certain lighting, you can't see it. Like, that's how thin it is. Then,
Now bottom half.
bottom half. Oh, boy.
Legs, toes, genitals. What are we talking here?
Honestly, that's enough hair covered.
fine?
We're good.
It's good?
Fine.
Okay.
Enough hair.
Interesting.
Enough
So it's a
hair.
top. It's a top half.
It's a
issue.
top half issue.
Interesting. I have never heard. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, "I wish I had more body hair,"
Well.
and I like that. I think that
We present all sides.
we do have the
All
issues.
sides of the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do often wish that I could grow a beard.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's an extra step of self-expression that I am very jealous that people who can grow facial hair can do.
Yeah.
I just think that it's one more, because I love playing with my hair. I love dyeing it and styling it and stuff. And I just think it would be so fun to have that extra added bit of personalization available to me.
Totally. I have always been able to grow
Whatever
a
you
mustache.
Yeah.
I have a soul patch that grows as
Oh,
well.
fuck yeah.
And the older I've gotten, I have PCOS, which does mean that hair will grow more
Yeah.
in certain places, including the face.
Yeah.
And so, my soul patch, if I let her go, she's
can
got a hell of a
customize.
lot of soul.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
I'm not personally ready to have a
To
soul
rock
patch,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
it's kind of fun knowing that I could.
You could, I think maybe the knowledge of it, like knowing that if you wanted to, you could.
Soul is within you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a patch of soul in you.
Yeah.
Even whether it's showing or not, it's there. I love that. Yeah, I do get, my favorite is that there's that one long hair that sprouts from my cheek, and it's never short. It's either not there or several inches long, and that's the mystery that gets to me.
Right.
And it's always kind of like seeing an old friend when it appears again. I'm like, hey, like, because I know exactly where she grows.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is interesting to me that I've never caught her mid.
They call that a witch's hair, don't they?
Is that why?
Is that why? Because it's magic? Because all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm here.
I don't know. I could be making this up, but
I hope it's called a witch
I think
hair.
it's called a witch's hair.
I love that.
I believe you.
I love a soul patch. I love a witch hair. I love all the categories of hair we can have.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think what's exciting that we don't talk about enough as a society is that hair keeps things exciting when it appears in random places that it wasn't before.
Yes.
Honestly.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree. There's a hair also on the back of my knee that suddenly grows very fast.
Whoa.
Which you would think is kind of a nude place on your body.
I didn't know, like in your knee crack?
It's like right above my knee crack.
Oh,
And it's just like
wow.
occasionally, again, it's another witch hair. It'll never be mid-length. It's either not there or extremely long.
Has it ever gotten long enough to twirl around your finger at least once?
I think I could do a twirl.
Yeah.
A twirl is pretty solid.
A twirl is pretty solid. So if
That's
you guys
like a
ever want a
mustache.
single long hair for an art project,
I would actually recommend to start collecting them.
you're a good idea person.
I've had 4 gray hairs now, and I've saved every single one of them.
Do you pluck them or do you wait for them to fall out and then you find the gray hair?
No, the first 2, it was very much like, it wasn't like, oh, I need to get this off of my head, but I was just curious and I wanted to really analyze it in my hand. And then I was like, I need to save these because they have a different texture than my other hair.
That's true. It is like, whose hair is this coming out of me suddenly?
Yeah. It was, so I've just saved them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
Well, when you have enough, you'll assemble another you.
Yeah, I have a new one, and I've kept her in.
Nice.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
She's shorter than the rest.
Oh.
She's very thick.
Will she influence the other hairs?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What's wild? I have some gray hairs now. A lot of it in my nose, which is also exciting.
That is exciting.
As a new
it
thing
starts
they
in your
have
nose and radiates
For
out.
me, I can't say that I've heard, but I know some people get it like in their, beards or whatever. For me, it's in my nose. But I also get random like a blonde or a red hair occasionally.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which is real weird. Like one out of, I don't know, every... How many hairs do you think are on a head?
There are a lot.
So
There are
many.
many.
Never mind.
Colin, there are so many hairs on your
Once
head.
in a while, though, I will find a little hair that like I don't see unless I'm looking at it in the right light, and I'm like, this is red. This is a red hair. What the? Okay. And I don't know. Will a whole patch suddenly become red? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Maybe someday.
Just to get a couple.
Maybe it'll connect to your
surprises.
mustache. You'll just get
I'll
2
just have a
patches
bridge
of red.
Yeah.
Patches of red hair.
Like a red-winged blackbird.
Blackbird singing in
I'd
the
be okay with that.
night.
That'd be unique, and I would absolutely be okay with a little bit of red.
I would love for my arm hair to be romanticized. So I'm glad this. I really like this posting.
Yeah,
I don't like the part where you told me I'm a little extra because that is a big pet peeve of mine. I
Right.
don't like being told I'm too much.
You're a bit extra.
Yeah.
Very sweet. And it was like, you clearly knew you were saying something off-putting because you ended it by saying, but you're very sweet.
Yeah. So just take off the off-putting part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And also, like, when you're in a customer service position, you're kind of paid to be extra.
Especially Jamba Juice.
Especially
They
tip,
are, like,
tip
paid-
hooray, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They're paid by the
the juice.
Glare. Like, they need to make you boost your Jamba Juice
Seriously.
with their eyes.
If
We've
someone
got
is
shot?
not like winking at me furiously while handing me my razzmatazz smoothie,
I don't want it.
why am I at Jamba Juice in the first place?
Yeah, it's like not feeling sexually attracted to every person who works at Trader Joe's. Like, why would I go to Trader Joe's if I don't feel that way?
Exactly.
Yeah. If I'm at Trader Joe's, I need a snack or I need to fuck.
And sometimes both.
Sometimes both. Sometimes you're hungry. You know?
Mariah, thank you so much for joining us in this
you.
journey about body that we went on. We appreciate you so much. And, you know, someday we'll have to have you on another show that's not you dressed up or a 15-minute segment.
We're going to have you on a full one.
I would absolutely love that. If and when I do come back, I will be sure to bring some hot flamin' antler chips with me.
Oh, good. Yeah, and if they come in flaming hot, that would be even better.
No, that'll put some hair on your chest. Am I right?
But if it goes on your knuckles, you're gay.
You're gay.
That's it. Don't put the mantle chips on your... No, that's not a moose knuckle. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You can see Mariah this month in the digital show, Late Night Feelings. You can also catch a couple of our other guests as well as us in that.
That's true.
It's going to be screening virtually this Valentine's Day, February 14th at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/kickstandcomedy. Go check it out. It's going to be phenomenal. A great way to spend a Valentine's Day. And so much fun.
So much fun. Do check it out. Next up, he's a podcaster, a comedian, and a regular at Curious Comedy Theater. Please welcome our friend, Jack Martin. Hey,
Hello, Jack.
Hello.
Wow, it's so musical already.
I'm so sorry. I haven't spoken to anyone all day. I know we're recording this at 6 p.m. I live alone. I work remotely.
Yeah. God. What is that?
Oh.
What is that like? I don't know. How do you feel?
Know what it looks like. I haven't figured out how to do it. I'm just doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I knew I was going to talk to you, so I actually did vocal warm-ups before this because I think my voice was down in an even lower range.
Whoa.
That's fair because like Elena and I did karaoke one time in the last 2 years, and I feel like normally there's no big deal. And we booked 2 hours, and after an hour, voice was just shot, just gone.
Oh.
Just, yeah.
We're out of
idea.
form.
We're out of form.
I did a little Minnie Mouse is a really good one.
That's a good one. I
Wow.
haven't heard that one. I
Oh
like
my.
that.
Oh my God. Such dexterity of the mouth.
Thank you.
Truly.
I'll put that on my Tinder bio.
Yeah,
You
put it in your
should.
Tinder bio. Put it
I'm
in
going to
your,
tell you, you'd get swipes. Let me just tell you.
Put it in your LinkedIn, and I'll verify. Yes.
Yeah,
I
put it on your LinkedIn.
I
Skills.
confirm.
Skills.
Very dexterous mouth.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay. Tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
I should get you some sort of jobs. I don't know what. Jack, thank you for being here so much.
You're welcome.
We understand you brought a little misconnection for us.
Just a little one. Or a big one. We don't know. We want
It's
one.
a little one. I was out at the coast this weekend, and so I was looking outside of Portland because when we all fish in the same pond, we're gonna catch the same fish. So I went outside. I couldn't find the people on the coastal towns. Don't have much to say. Maybe they just say it all in the moment. They don't have misconnections because they're like, "Hey, this."
Life
Yeah,
moves
they're
so
like,
much.
they're salty people. They're
Yeah.
fisher people.
Salty
they know at any
people.
moment they could be swept away by the tides.
Life is short.
Yeah.
You see someone you think is attractive, or perhaps your soulmate. You let them know
Yeah.
then and there.
Yeah, this is the time. It's ripe for a meet cute. So I couldn't find anything out there. We drove through
Yeah.
we drove through Corvallis. Corvallis on the way. So I was like, what's up in Corvallis? And I found a misconnection.
Oh my gosh.
Scenic, exotic.
Yeah. Looking for Izzy, Corvallis. Okay. The upper Mackenzie River last summer. We met and talked, and I distracted you while you were supposed to be practicing life-saving techniques. That was a wonderful encounter. You were a student at OSU. Forest microbiology? Let me know if this finds you. There you go.
Wow.
Okay, I like that.
Life-saving techniques. Tell us. Wait, Jack, you were about to tell us why you picked this. I saw it in your mouth.
Well, no, I was going to ask you, what does that mean? Because that's why I picked it, was like, what was this person doing, and why would you interrupt them while they were doing that?
I hear that because at first I was like, CPR, whatever. But then they're studying forest microbiology.
Yeah.
Is that it? So
All of God's little creatures in the forest.
I don't know what life-saving techniques someone in that field might need to know.
I don't know how to. You do CPR on
On a twig, just to resuscitate it, and it sprouts a leaf, and you're good.
Yeah. It's like a little. I was imagining you were giving CPR to a squirrel because Jack put up 2 tiny fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a
which
little-
which I have big hands, so I had to find tiny fingers to put up.
Yeah. They're outsourced fingers, not yours.
Yeah.
I put up 2 tiny fingers to. I don't know. I was looking for something.
I think that would be the way you
believe
would
it.
perform CPR on a small creature, because
Yeah. I know that you can go to dog CPR classes if
Yeah.
you want to get certified to be a
yeah.
pet sitter.
I have watched how I've instructed myself on how to do dog CPR, because I don't want to ever not know how to do it, and then you're just like, what do I do? Yeah.
You don't want no. Yeah.
So
Craigslist dogs.
good to know.
Yeah.
A lot of CPR when it comes to things that aren't humans, I feel like, is
How does it differ?
put your mouth on the hole and start sucking them, pumping. Like that's
Hell yeah.
I
That's
don't
good
think-
advice.
the hole where
Almost
they
every
breathe.
situation.
The hole where the air goes.
Yeah. So you have good mouth dexterity too. is
I don't know
what
that
you're
I
trying
have
to
good mouth dexterity, but I am.
Also, I thought you. Can we talk about this like honestly for 1 second?
Yeah.
I thought you blow when you give CPR. Are you supposed to suck?
I feel like you do both. No.
Wait.
No, I think you. No, I think you blow. You
Okay,
give them your
okay.
air.
Okay, fine. You
Okay,
blow.
I
You
know this
pump
could
your air
easily
into the hole,
take a turn, but
and
I
then
wanna
you
know.
push it
Yeah.
out. It does both, but yes.
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
right.
Okay.
It's horny
right.
either way.
Either way,
Talking about it.
if you want to blow it, you want to
Especially
suck
with
it.
dogs.
Especially.
No. I wanted somebody to disagree with me, and neither of you did.
Why would we?
I was really hoping somebody would put an end to the madness. Yeah. I interrupted you during life-saving techniques.
Oh, just like I don't know what life-saving. What would someone? Do we think it's at all? It can't. Maybe it's not related to microbiology, and this is just something they're doing as a hobby, learning how to save lives at the park.
Yeah, it could be that.
At the
I
root.
think if you saw someone practicing a life-saving technique, you would say like, "I'll get to them later." I mean, this person is still posting in misconnections after they distracted them. So it's like, what was the point of distracting them in the first place?
Yeah.
Wow, you're asking the important questions here. That's actually an extremely good point. Could it not have
think-
waited?
Yeah.
After 100 episodes, what are the lines about when you can interrupt someone to see if they want to also feel horny like you?
There's so many rules, Jack. There's so many rules. The main rule is that they cannot be working.
Yeah, they
So
cannot be
they
customer
cannot-
service. I know this rule.
Yeah, you are familiar.
Jack.
I've never done it
Okay.
unless.
Unless.
I just immediately discount my truth with a lie.
Unless you count Subway, but they're artists and
They're artists.
that
And they
seems-
tell you to eat fresh. What do they expect me to not be bricked up when they say something like that?
And they're like, what kind of meat you want in this bun?
Hell yeah.
Like,
Note to look up bricked up.
I find a lot of pleasure in having great euphemisms nobody's ever heard before.
Yeah.
bricked up. I've been using that. It's now part of my.
Bricked up is a good one. Blasting rope was my favorite this summer. I think that's like a really solid one.
I don't think I need to look that one up, but
You have an idea, probably. Whatever idea is in your head, you're probably correct.
okay.
Okay.
Listen, you're talking to a guy that just bought a travel bidet. I get it. Okay.
Wait.
Jack!
You have a travel bidet?
Yes!
I have a travel bidet. Get with me.
Oh my god! Do you have a home bidet too?
I do not. It's also a travel to home bidet.
It doubles.
I went there. I saw the one. And I would Target $12 would recommend.
Wow.
It looks like a water bottle. You could even.
Be careful.
I think you could use it for a water bottle. You would just have to pick one or the other.
Oh my god.
You
You
can
can use lots of
two-timer?
things.
yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
apply
good
those
point.
rules, anything
Yeah.
could probably be one of two things.
Yeah, you can hydrate anything with a hole.
You could blow anything with a hole.
You can
That's
blow
what-
anything,
Yeah.
you'll pump anything with a hole.
Dog CPR, anything with a hole.
Pump it full of whatever you want.
Yep. I'm serious. This was great. I just traveled and it was amazing. I would recommend to everyone 10 out of 10. Keep it clean, have fun, stay in school.
Wow.
Bidet.
Thanks.
Sarah's trying to get me on the
I'm team bidet.
On the bidet
I'm
train.
full team bidet. I don't have a travel bidet. I do have a home bidet. And I'll say I wish my bidet could travel with me. So maybe you went the right route. I feel like maybe.
I think that was smart because what they don't tell you is that pretty much any travel item also can double as a home item if you want. Like, you know. Yeah. A travel Monopoly, travel Scrabble, that can just be home Scrabble.
Hold up.
Absolutely.
What?
What?
You can. What?
Yeah. It's true.
Oh.
They can't do
set it
anything to
up.
stop you.
Maybe not.
I do want to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, go
Just
for it.
like
That's fine.
I am still on the because the misconnection. They said that it was like a nice encounter, like an enjoyable encounter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they interrupted this person leaving who was trying to learn how to save a life,
Sure.
like
the
the Frey once tried.
Sorry, I fucking hamstringed your joke. I'm
We wrote that.
I'm sorry. Who else do you think of, Jack, when you hear?
No,
How to Save a Life,
I was
right?
like, is that? Maybe I was just trying to look at the name of the misconnection. And it's like, is that Isaac Slade, lead singer of the Fray? And it doesn't
Wow.
say his name there.
And
That was
I did not know the lead singer of the Frey's name.
I'm impressed you knew that. Oh my
Or did you
god.
pull it up?
It's good stuff. Great voice.
So this was a pleasant interruption. So they weren't like mad. Apparently, I mean, I don't know. We're only getting one side of the story, but
Yeah.
I would assume that means they were totally fine with whatever this interruption was. They're like, oh, it's no big deal. I'm just learning dog CPR, but I'll flirt with you for a couple minutes. My instructor won't mind. Like, I don't know. What do we think? Is that possible? Did this happen in this way?
I don't know. I would say so. As a person who frequents rivers, I would say what happens if the river goes. You know what I'm saying? The rules are different out there.
It's a life. I'm being a little like a life-saving practice. You're not.
Actually,
They weren't in.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't happening at the time, so maybe it was interruptible. Though also, I mean, many times before we've heard misconnections where the person writing it was vibing so hard, but reading it, you're like, I don't think this person was vibing in the way you thought they were vibing.
That's absolutely true.
Jack, I would say that's a very insightful thing to say about misconnection.
A misconnection
They'll
is a
like
two-way
latch
street.
on to one little thing. They'll just be like, I did this, and I'm kind of staring at you like this, and then this was happening. And you looked at me that one time, and I could tell that, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I think you're reaching, grabbing at straws.
Your mouth said, go away, but your eyes said, please stay.
Yeah. And I would say the three of us, I feel like Talon and I have definitely had this conversation. I feel like the three of us are those who err on the side of nobody wants to talk to me unless they make it very clear. You know?
Yes.
So I feel like that's the normal human mode for us, but I think there are people out there who truly go through life thinking everyone is in love with them.
I know. They're looking in your direction. They're looking right at you, and they think you're hot. No, I think they're looking past me. I'm always looking behind me like, is there some sort of billboard or weird creature behind me that you're staring at, not me? And when it's not that, then I'm like, maybe it's me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the weird creature you're looking at,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Has anyone here ever really experienced? I don't know that I've had too many people like maybe shooting me a look that didn't feel reciprocated, like where they would seem like they're trying to like really vibe with me. And I'm
as
like,
in you
busy.
always reciprocate? Is that what
Yeah,
you
you're
No,
ready to
as in
give back.
I don't know if I've had the experience of having someone like make me their target and me like not be interested. It does sound like I'm saying like every time someone's interested in me, I'm interested in them. I get that, but not what I'm
I'm
trying
not
to say.
saying I'm easy. I'm not saying
I just
that.
wonder, like, have you had that experience, Jack? Have you had that experience of just like, have you ever had someone who is so like ready to just like get it on with you, and you're just like, I don't see this that way. Like, is this a stranger? I don't know that I have.
I don't know that I've ever been blatantly lusted after.
See, that's that you put it.
I feel
the way
like
I should've said.
that's another walk of life that I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I think I might be the same. I think there's undeniably something attractive about someone being attracted to you, and I might just get carried up in that one. It's like they think I'm hot, done deal. Love it.
So hot. That's another thing you can put on your Tinder bio is the most attractive trait in a person is that they think I'm attractive.
that's important to me.
Like me?
They must like me.
I have definitely had interactions maybe that started as like meeting someone new, and then there is like a flirtation initially, and then I was like, oh, I'm actually not interested. I realized very quickly that I'm not, and they did not follow suit. And then that led to an awkward,
So what I'm
month
getting
or
here is
two.
that Talon's the hot shit out of the three of us here. Is that I'm getting is that Talon's hot shit.
I just
Hell yeah.
can't keep these hoes off me, you know? Just
All these
rolling
dogs
out
trying
my
to get
back.
CPR from you. Well, with that horrifying statement, Jack, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Do you have anything, any final words?
Ooh. It doesn't have to be final.
Did I tell you about a travel bidet?
No, tell us
Target,
again.
yeah?
Can you take us through an ASMR recreation of you using it?
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. But honestly, I feel like you're going to cut off the recording after this, but I want the audience to know that I'm getting it, I'm bringing it back, and I'm showing them.
You heard it here first, and we are going to stay on the call until that happens. But listeners, for you guys,
You're just going to have to imagine it.
you're just going to have to imagine it. Sorry.
It's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jack. Please come back around for another full episode sometime.
Love you too. Thanks for having me.
Aw, love
Go!
Thank you so much, Jack. You can check out Jack's podcast, Supod Heroes, wherever you get your podcast. Maybe where you get this one.
Maybe we get this one. Let's bring back our final guest of the evening, all the way from La La Land. I didn't write this intro. La La Land.
You gotta say it.
LA sketch comedy group and friends of the podcast, Audrey Goodman, Marcus Munguia, Matt Duran, aka Horse Store. Hello, Horse Store.
Welcome back, Horse Store.
Thank you.
Hi, how's it going? How's life?
Everything's going great.
Oh, perfect.
We have a wonderful world we live in, and we're mentally well.
We're all stable in the mental category.
Stable.
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 Horse door.
Like a horse, like a horse store. Stable as a horse.
There's a merch opportunity here.
Did you know that horses are notorious for their good mental health?
Totally.
Yeah, we get it.
Especially when they're in their stables for like hours on end.
For like 2 years.
Yeah.
Alfalfa.
Yes.
You get everything you need.
Unlimited alfalfa. Uh-huh. What a life.
It's a natural antidepressant.
I didn't know that. That's, wow.
Yeah,
Nature's medicine.
It's a real fact.
Cool. Well, thank you for partaking in this shaped reality that this episode of this podcast takes place in. Kind of a Schitt's Creek-esque universe where everything is better than real life. But so we're so happy to have you here, and I think, listen, we know you brought a misconnection, and we don't want to waste your time. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear it, and we can take this from there. You know how this show works. You've been on here. It's not your first rodeo.
Oh! Wow, he is really at a gallop.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, Sarah.
they can't all be winners.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and hit us with your first misconnection.
Okay. This is coming from Hollywood, and it's a very Hollywood misconnection. So, Marcus, do you want to take it away?
Oh, sure. Okay. I'm going to pull it up. I just can't see all of it. Here we go. Your middle name is Irish, and your car's name is Rusty. DMV Hollywood on Cole Street. You hang at Venice Beach. Looking for someone with the middle name Irish, who I spoke with while we were waiting hours in the DMV line in Hollywood. Drives a green car named Rusty. We were supposed to get back on a movie and podcast collaboration and exchange ideal ideas, but I can't find my cell phone with the info on it. If you're reading this, or someone else is reading this who might know, please contact Chris Abel through Manager or search, quote, Chris Abel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Thank you kindly, everyone, and please stay safe and sound. Also, we're looking for backup vocals for original music by Chris Abel. Please search, quote, Chris Abel on Google and message us at Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
That was detailed.
That
Love
was
it.
so you guys contacted him, right? Because you want to sing backup vocals.
We did look up his music.
Oh! And what
Yeah.
did you find?
He has
Whole album of the United States.
Yes, he has like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like
State songs?
Oh yeah, it's called State Song, and he has one for each of the states.
Hey, I like it.
Oh my god, this is just like when LMFAO released a 100-track album called I'm in Your City, Bitch. And it was I'm in Miami, Bitch, but they changed out the name Miami for all of the major cities across America.
I remember this.
Capitalizing on that one song.
He probably got that from Chris Abel.
Yeah.
Honestly, Chris
Probably.
Abel did it first and did it better. if
Chris
we're gonna be
Abel,
frank.
are you or have you ever been named Chris Abel? You may be entitled to compensation. LMFAO is okay. Sorry.
That is incredible. I also love that this person sort of got ghosted. It seems like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why. He seems very normal.
Well, he says that he put the podcast information of Ideal Ideas on a phone that he lost.
Yeah.
So how many phones does he have?
Yes, it's a burner phone. You're just your idea phone. Like what?
Yeah.
How, it's hard to lose a phone. They have Find My Phone apps
They
on
do.
the phone.
Right.
It has to be
All you
burner
need-
phones.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's because he has his movie phone and his podcast phone and then his music career phone.
I thought movie phone was that number you called to figure out when
Movie
a
times.
movie's playing and buy tickets. That's
That too.
Wow.
He probably, do you think, okay, and this might be a little mean. We usually try not to make fun of people on this podcast, but we can't help. It's just going to happen at this point. This is Los Angeles, baby. The rules are different.
the rules are different.
Do you think that he has a cell phone that he pretends is his manager's cell phone and he answers it in a different voice?
Absolutely.
like you call him and he's like, let me put my manager on, and he's like, there's Chris Abel's manager.
This is Chris Abel's manager, Hudson Sparrow speaking. He does a voice.
Yeah.
And if he ever gets found out, then he goes, see, I'm pretty talented, obviously. You didn't even
I'm
know
also
that
an
you were talking to
actor.
me.
Yeah, look up Chris Abel in quotes on Google.
Yes.
I'm not only an agent, I'm a client of myself. Yeah.
You interact with types like this all the time. You guys live in LA.
All the time.
Every day.
Yeah.
To specify, like, these are very, like, I feel like the specific type I'm seeing here is the kind of person who wears all the hats, does all the work, maybe because they don't often get work on their own.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not saying that's always true, but
Can we judge?
we cannot. What are we doing if not exactly that?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
At the end
No
of
one
the
hired
day-
us to put this podcast together.
At the end of the day, we're our own producers, editors, writers, stars, and managers. So.
You know?
It's
Now,
true.
We got all of us have a movie studio in our pocket. This TikTok is blown up for a reason.
True.
It is the American dream.
It's it. Have you guys, okay, as Horse Store, I feel like I'm glad you picked this one. It's very typical of LA. Do you feel like you have a specific instance where somebody networked to you or you networked to them and it was like a very odd experience? Like it was just like at a funeral or like very inappropriate? Do you have an example for me?
Okay, well, I mean, I think a lot of people have been trying to network with me lately. And this girl, she was like worked in at the same place I did, but in the office. And so I didn't know her at all. And she like reached out to me and was like, basically I could tell she was like, hey, can I get a writer job? But I can't give those. I can't even give. And she like sent me her whole life story. And then I was like, okay, well, this is how I can help. And she said, no, you don't understand. I'm a serious writer. And then she sent me another deep story of why she's doing drama, which is not my field. So I feel like I get a lot of things like that. They're like, can you get me a job? And I'm like, no. And they're like, but why?
I love that she wrote a personalized life story.
Yes, I love it.
I just think the ultimate revenge would be to make her life story into a movie that you then sell.
Oh, shit. That's
Oh
pretty
my
good.
God.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be a good thing to try.
That's a great idea. I'm going to do it.
If anything, I'm at least going to write my own story about someone who is a struggling writer who tries to make contact with a very successful writer who won't even give them just a writing job.
Just a little one.
Just a little writing job. An exec's revenge. I feel like that is a meaty story.
I love it.
Also, was anyone else fooled by your middle name is Irish and we all thought like their middle name was going to be like Declan, but then their middle name is actually Irish?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just here to say that was a plot twist worthy of Riverdale. All right? I'm just here to say.
that's like episode 1, though, and I was down here is episode 10, and I had gotten a little lost in the sauce. But good catch.
Thank you.
Good catch.
Well, it wasn't even a catch. I just was misinformed. I was just, how you say, confused? Also, their car has a name, which I appreciate.
Has a name.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty.
Does anyone here name their car?
My car has a name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My car is named Chancho, after Chancho from Nacho Libre.
Oh. I like
Do you
that.
like to say that you're inside Chancho?
Yes, I do. All the time.
You know,
Good.
this might be exactly why most people don't name their cars, because people are just like that. But I respect it.
I just think it's important to acknowledge. Matt, you had a car that you named, correct?
I did, yeah. It was an old Volvo 240 sedan. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
1993. It's the last year of that model. Beautiful car. Her name was Old Irene. I got her when she had like 164,000 miles on her. And she was full of personality. Had the best honk in the world. We call it. It was old and like decrepit honk. Like it had 2 tones. If you held on long enough, it would just kind of like change in pitch a little bit and like die off.
You have saved audio.
I saved the audio of the horn because I loved it so much.
Wow.
Wait, didn't you save the horn?
I saved, so yeah. I forgot. So I called up when she finally died.
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace.
I called up Cars for Kids, and before they towed her away, I unscrewed the horn, the physical horn, from the hood, and I have it somewhere in my house. But yeah,
That's good. You can say that you have Old Irene's honkers. Wasn't sure if that joke was going to go off, and it did.
You got to be careful about telling Sarah what your car's named.
Women like that.
And then, I just think a little misogyny is good for the soul.
Totally.
A little bit of bullying, a little bit of misogyny.
Thank you, Horse Store.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Till the next 100th episode, or maybe you can be a guest before then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime.
Thank you so much to Horse Store. You can check out their sketches on YouTube. You can also find CC Markey's music.
Spotify, baby.
Spotify,
YouTube. Go check out the brow video.
Oh my god.
CC Markey.
Good shit.
Good shit.
And with that
was our 100th episode.
we've done it.
We did it with so many people.
Can I?
It was an absolute audio orgy over here.
I think this qualifies. Yeah. I do have a question I want to pose just to you.
All right.
In all our time doing this, we've done 100 episodes. That's not just like 4 misconnections per episode, meaning 400 misconnections. We have combed through misconnections 100 times.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah.
What have we learned?
Oh my god. What have I learned?
What did you learn in all this?
I feel like I learned that no matter who you are, there's somebody looking for that. I think that is what I've learned. And whether you want to reciprocate that or not is completely up to you. But just know that no matter what you got going on, somebody likes it. Somebody's
like
a little
that.
too interested in it, actually. Talon, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
What have you learned from the last 100 episodes?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know. I came up with it just now on my own.
That's impressive. I wish I could think of questions that good. I would say, having kind of recently looked back at the beginning of our show, I came into this maybe with a very one-sided, one-note view of what this was going to be. You know, it was maybe where I'd find the worst in humanity, the grossest, the dirge of society.
Really getting poetic over here, Byron. All right.
I thought it was one thing, and I think over time, and having seen so many misconnections, having passed by so many misconnections that we can't use on the show for whatever reason, because maybe that's not funny, but like, there's a depth of experiences on there that make me feel like the people who put something out here, for the most part, are hopeful. And that's nice. It's nice to see it.
Beautiful thing to learn.
It is, It is basically, even the weird ones, even the ones who just want to put something somewhere.
Something in some else.
They're still hoping for something. Each misconnection represents...
Hope burns bright.
Hope burns bright on Craigslist in the misconnection section.
That's really beautiful.
Thanks. And there's nothing left to it. This is it. This is it. We're done.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Okay. We could do 100 more.
Okay, I'll sign on for 100 more, but no more.
Okay, well, I'm also going to suggest maybe like shorter seasons, because a 100 episode season is like
No,
a
it
lot.
feels right.
Okay.
I do things by Degrassi standards, and that's how they do it. So.
Well, if it's good enough for Degrassi, it's good enough for us.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, well, we'll have one more misconnection for you, but thank you so much for listening to Craig's Existential Crisis. If you like what you hear, please consider leaving a rating and a review in the Apple Podcast app, or just tell a friend about this podcast. If this episode made you laugh, made you feel good, share that with a friend. The next time they need to feel those feelings, maybe they'll remember the name of that podcast. Want to thank all of our amazing guests from today's episode. That's Elena Afanasiev, Brett McKinney, Mariah Muñoz, Kyle Coleman, Jack Martin, Audrey Goodman, Matt Duran, and Marcus Munguia, aka Horse Door. Thank you all so much for being a part of, I'm going to call it history. And lastly, we want to thank the incredible Rosie Sherman for writing an amazing theme song that has been such a joy every time we've gotten to hear it over the last 100 episodes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can check her out on Instagram at HeyShermy. Sarah, here's to 100 episodes, and I really look forward to the next 100.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Yeah. All right.
Catch you on the flip side, everybody.
Oh, hey. We don't have a misconnection to end on, but Horse Store does, so we're going to let them take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. I think this will really send us off exactly how we'd want to be sent off. Matt?
Okay.
Absolutely. Dark room for use, Glendale. Doing some work in my dark garage. Swing by and dip your wick and split. Message with a pic or description for more info. Doing this late nights only.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.